Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, the GMAT Official Guide 2024. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. Always make sure the book is in front of you when you're working with me. Today we'll solve some problems that you will find on page number 80. On page number 80, the very first problem that we see there is number 38. Let's see what it has to say. In number 38, we are told that x is positive. Question is, which cannot be the value of y. Here are the answer choices: 1, 7, 13, 61, and 253. We are told that 4 raised to x minus 3 equals y. And the question is, which of these 5 values cannot possibly be the value for y, given the fact that x is positive? Well, if x is positive, let's start the journey. Let's begin the show with 1. We'll just keep on going. We'll just keep substituting 1, 2, 3, 4 and see what happens. 4 raised to 1 minus 3 is going to give us 1. So that can be the value. That can be the value of y. What if x is equal to 2? 16 minus 3 is going to give us 13. So that one works. How about if x is 3? That's going to give us 64 minus 3, that's 61. That would work. And finally, x raised to 4 minus 3, which is same as 16 squared, and 16 squared is 256. You have to know your squares by heart, 1 through 20. You must know your squares for the exam. There are some things that you have to know by heart. It makes life easier. It makes things flow quicker. 16 squared is same as 4 raised to 4, which is 256 minus 3 is going to be 253. So that one works. The only thing that does not work is 7. That's your answer. That's the answer. Know your squares. Do you understand? If you want to learn all the squares 1 through 20, watch this video, search for this video, Teas Day 2 Keshwani. Don't worry about what teas is. Teas as in plural of tea that you drink, T-E-A-S, Teas Day 2 Keshwani. Search for it and watch this video and learn your squares. I said already 5 or 6 times. I'm going to leave you the link in the comments. Number 39. In number 39, we are told that 1 minus 1.25 times n equals 1. The question simply is, how much is n? 1 minus 1.25 is negative 2.25. Negative 0.25 is negative 1/4. Negative 1/4 n is equal to 1. Multiply both sides by positive 1/4 and you will see that n is equal to 4 is going to go up there and this negative is going to appear here is negative 4. That's all. There's nothing to it. Number 40. In number 40 we are told that the quotient when a number is divided by 2/3 is 9/2. The question is, what is that number? The question is, what is that number? Now, for those of you who do not know what quotient means, for example, the quotient when 18 is divided by 3 is 6. This is your quotient. Quotient means the result of division. The result of division. So here we have some unknown number n, and we are told that when we divide, pause the video, do it yourself first. Excuse me. excuse me, divide. We are told that when n, some number n, is divided by 2/3, the quotient, when 18 is divided by 3, the quotient is 6. Saying that the quotient is 6 is saying that the result of this division is 6. Here, the result of this division, we are told, is 9/2. The question is, how much is n? Let's write 9/2, not this way, but like this. Okay? And 2/3, when we divide it by 2/3, there we go. Multiply top and bottom by 3/2. No, not 3/2. We want to get rid of this thing. Multiply both sides by 2/3, and that will take care of this guy. In other words, if we had a 7 here, we will multiply both sides by 7. That's all. N is equal to, this 2 goes away. 9 divided by 3 is 3. There we go. That's all it is. N is 3. That was number 40. 41. We are told that the price of gasoline went up from $1.65 to $1.82 per gallon. So today when I went to gas station, I found out that the price of gasoline has gone up from $1.65 to $1.82. Yesterday I paid $26.40 yesterday. How much would I pay now? How much for the same amount of gasoline today? How much would I pay today for the same amount of gasoline that I bought yesterday, for which I paid $26.40 when the price was $1.65? Go ahead, do it yourself. I'll give you a second to pause the video. Well, first thing we notice is that it went from $1.65 to 82. 82 minus 65, 12 minus 5 is 7, and 7 minus 6 is going to be 1. It went up by 17 cents. The price has gone up by 17 cents. The next thing we have to figure out is how much gasoline did we buy yesterday? We know we paid $26.40, but how many gallons was that? In order to figure out how many gallons was that, we have to take this amount that we paid yesterday, $26.40, and divide by the yesterday's price. That's where the nasty calculation is going to come in. Once we know how many gallons of gasoline we bought yesterday, we know we are going to pay 17 cents more per gallon. We can figure out. The question is not how much now. That's right. How much are we going to pay now? How much are we going to pay today? It should say how much more. Let me read the question properly one more time. I think I miswrote it here. How much more? The question is how much, not how much, but how much more. How much more are we going to pay now? Now my story makes sense. Once we figure out how many gallons of gasoline we bought, we're going to take the amount that we paid yesterday, divide by that yesterday's price. That's going to tell us how many gallons of gasoline we bought yesterday. We're going to buy the same amount of gasoline today. Once we know how many gallons of gasoline we bought, all we have to do is multiply by 17 to figure out how much more we'll have to pay today for the same amount of gasoline. Let's do it together. So we need to divide 2640 by $1.65. $26.40 by $1.65. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin this story. I'm going to start out by dividing by 5. This seems logical. The end is 0 and a 5. Let's divide by 5. 6. I don't need this thing now. 16 is made up of 3 5s. After we take away 3 5s are 15. After we take away 15 from the 16, we have a remainder of 1. 1 goes and joins the 5 and becomes 15 again. And that is made up of 3 5s one more time. In other words, 165 divided by 5 is 33. 165 is made up of 33 5s. Since we divided the bottom by 5, we must divide the top by 5. 26 is made up of 5 5s. 5 5s are 25. After we take away 25 from the 26, we have a remainder of 1. 1 goes and joins with 4, becomes 14. 14 is made up of 2 5s. 2 5s are 10. After we take away 10 from the 14, we have a remainder of 4. 4 goes and joins with 0, becomes 40. And 40 is made up of 8 5s. There we go. Let's divide top and bottom by, we have two choices, either 3 or 11. Is this number divisible by 3? How do you tell if a number is divisible by 3 or not? Do you know? If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number itself is divisible by 3. I'm also going to give you a link in the comment to learn the rules of divisions, so that you can quickly tell by looking at the numbers, quickly tell if the number is divisible by 3, 4, 5, 6 and so forth. Do you understand? Watch that video also. The title of the video is Divisibility Rules. As I said, I'm going to leave the link. This number is divisible by 3. How do we know that? Because 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 8 is 15. This number is divisible by 3. Let's divide top and bottom by 3. This is very easy. It's going to become 11. 5 is made up of 1, 3. After we take away 3 from the 5, we have a remainder of 2. 2 goes and joins the 2, becomes 22. 22 is made up of 7. 7 3s are 21. After we take away 21 from 22, we have a remainder of 1. 1 goes and joins the 18. 18 is made up of 6 3s. Is that correct? That's right, 6 3s. Let's divide top and bottom by 11 now. 11 goes away. 17 is made up of 111. After we take away 11 from the 17, we have a remainder of 6. 6 goes and joins this 6, becomes 66, and that is made up of another 6. Voila, we bought 16 gallons. We bought 16 gallons and we are paying 17 cents more per gallon. 17 cents more per gallon. So what we are interested in is 16 times 17. We know 16 times 16 is 256. 256 represents 16 16s. We're not interested in 16 16. We are interested in 17 16. So just add another 16 to it. Voila. We're going to pay $2.72 more for the same amount of gasoline that we bought yesterday. That was 41. Let's move on to 42. So as I said, I'm going to leave you the link to this video. It's called Divisibility Rules, but in case I forget, all you have to search for is Divisibility Rules, whichever concept it is, and then put in my name and it will pop right up. Divisibility Rules, and then type in Keshwani and you will find the video. Number 41. Number 42. Number 42 is a very straightforward question. We are told that up to 75 messages our phone company is going to charge us $8 flat per month. That's our phone plan. We can send up to 75 text messages for $8 flat. Above 75, we have to pay 0.065 cents per message. And the question is, how much are we going to pay? How much are we going to pay for 95 messages? It's very straightforward. Pause the video, do it yourself. Well, up to 75 is just $8. So that's $8 plus, but we did not send 75 messages, we sent 95 messages. So we have to multiply by 20 the rate per, there we go. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of doing it by 20, let's do it by 10. If you multiply by 10, 0.065 becomes 0.65, and then add another 0.65, that's $1.30. So plus $1.30, we're going to end up paying a total of $9.30. That's our cost. That's going to be our bill because we send 95 text messages. Number 43. Number 43, we are told that 2x plus y is equal to 7. We are also told that x plus 2y is equal to 5. This is the question. The question is, how much is x plus y over 3? How much is x plus y over 3? Let's find out, shall we? You do it yourself. Pause the video, do it yourself. Add the two equations. Don't try to solve for x and y separately. Add the two equations. You're going to get 3x plus 3y equals 12, which means x plus y equals 4. There you go. X plus y equals 4. The answer is x plus y is equal to 4, so the answer is 4/3. Number 44. In number 44, we are told that x equals 4y and y equals 2z. The question is, what's the ratio of x to z? What's the ratio? Let's find out, shall we? X equals 4y. So the top part is 4y. And z equals half a y. You divide both sides by 2, it equals half a y. There we go. The y is going to drop out, and this 2 will end up on the top, and the answer is 8:1. What's the ratio of x to z? The answer is 8:1. That was number 44. That was also the last problem on the page, which means it's the end of the show. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye now.